Gentlemen, can I be completely honest with you? Many men over 60 quietly wonder if the way they touch themselves today is still the right way for their body. They ask themselves, is this still normal? Is it still healthy? Some even feel a little ashamed for still wanting that release. But here's the truth. There is nothing shameful about it. In fact, how you connect with your body now might be one of the most important parts of staying healthy, vital, and confident as you age. I'm Dr. Olivia Carter, a board-certified urologist with over 15 years of experience helping men over 50 restore their circulation hormone balance and vitality naturally. And today, I want to have an honest, respectful conversation with you, one that most doctors never take the time to explain. We're going to talk about how to touch yourself safely after 60, what mistakes quietly harm your body over time, and how to do it in a way that actually supports your prostate, your blood flow, and your emotional health. Let me reassure you right from the start, self-pleasure is not only normal, it's healthy. It keeps your blood moving through the small vessels of the pelvis, it nourishes the prostate, and it helps release the hormones that calm your nervous system and improve your sleep. This isn't about lust or performance, it's about maintaining your circulation and your confidence. The challenge is that your body today is not the same body you had at 25. The way your skin feels, the way your nerves respond, even the way blood flows through your vessels has changed. That doesn't mean you've lost your ability to feel. It means your body needs a different kind of attention now, slower, kinder, and more aware. As a urologist, I've worked with thousands of older men who came to me thinking something was wrong with them because their body didn't respond the way it used to. Some told me, "Doc, I don't even feel the same anymore." Others said they were worried it was unhealthy or that they were too old for it. But once they learned the truth, that their body wasn't broken, just quieter, they started to understand how to reconnect safely and confidently. Here's what happens as you age. Your skin becomes thinner and your nerve endings become more delicate. The vessels that once filled quickly with blood now take a bit more time to open up. Your testosterone may decline slightly, and with it, the speed of your body's responses slows down. But that's not failure. It's just biology. The biggest mistake many men make is trying to force the same kind of stimulation they used when they were younger, faster, tighter, more intense, thinking they need more pressure to feel anything. But the truth is, the harder you push, the more you stress your tissue, constrict your blood flow, and confuse your nervous system. Your body now thrives on the opposite patient's awareness and calm. When you slow down, when you breathe deeply and stay present, your nervous system relaxes. Your blood vessels open. Your muscles soften instead of tensing. And suddenly, you feel more, not less. Pleasure becomes fuller, longer, and more connected instead of sharp and rushed. That shift alone can change how your body responds for years to come. Think of it this way. When you were younger, arousal was like a spark, instant, fast, and automatic. But as you age, it becomes more like a fire that needs kindling. You don't force it, you build it slowly, gently, until it burns steady and strong. That's what mindful self-touch after 60 is really about, not performance, but presence. Before we go deeper into the specific mistakes that can harm your sensitivity or circulation, I want to invite you to join this conversation fully. Tell me in the comments where you're watching from. Whether you're in the US, India, Canada, or anywhere in the world, men like you are learning to approach their bodies with respect, understanding, and curiosity instead of shame or frustration. This channel is about creating a community where men over 50 can talk openly and confidently about their health, their vitality, and their manhood without fear of judgment. In the next few minutes, we'll talk about what most older men get wrong when it comes to self-pleasure, how certain habits can quietly weaken circulation, numb nerve endings, and affect the way you feel over time. But even more importantly, I'll show you how to change those habits in a way that restores not only your body's response, but also your peace of mind. You're about to discover that pleasure and health are not opposites. They're deeply connected, and when done with care, this natural act can actually support your longevity and confidence. So take a breath, stay with me, and let's begin to understand how your body wants to be touched now, not like it was 20 years ago, but like the wise, capable, and powerful body it still is today. Let's begin with the first and most common mistake I see in men over 60 rushing. Many older men approach self-pleasure the same way they did in their 20s, quickly, quietly, and often with tension. It becomes something to get over with, rather than something to enjoy or connect with. But here's the hidden problem. When you rush, your body never fully relaxes. Your nervous system stays in alert mode. Your blood vessels constrict instead of opening. Your breathing becomes shallow, and instead of nourishing your body, you end up depleting it. Think of it this way: your body can't open up to pleasure while it's bracing for stress. And that's exactly what happens when you hurry through the process. Instead of your circulation flowing freely, your heart and pelvic muscles tighten your brain scans for interruption, and the very system designed to bring pleasure gets confused. It begins associating touch with tension, not calm. Over time, that pattern rewires your body. You might find it harder to stay aroused, or you might reach climax too quickly and feel unsatisfied afterward. The solution starts with awareness. Give yourself more time. Even a few extra minutes to slow down, take a breath, and really arrive in your body can make an enormous difference. You don't need candles or music unless you want them. What matters most is attention being there in that moment, without rushing. This tells your brain and body, I am safe. And when your body feels safe, your blood vessels widen, your nerves awaken, and your muscles soften. That's when real satisfaction becomes possible again. One of my patients, Robert, a 68-year-old retired teacher, once told me, "Doc, I didn't even realize how much I was rushing until I slowed down." He started giving himself time, no goal, no pressure. Within 2 weeks, he noticed his erections were firmer and his control had improved naturally. That's the power of relaxation. It's not about doing more, it's about doing less with presence. Now, the second mistake is using too much pressure. I see this constantly in men after 50. Sensitivity changes with age, and when it does, many men try to compensate by gripping harder or moving faster. But that excess pressure can quietly harm the very tissues you're trying to keep healthy. The penis isn't a muscle you need to train, it's a network of delicate blood vessels and sensitive nerves. When you squeeze too hard, you compress those vessels, reduce oxygen flow, and overstimulate nerve endings. Over time, this leads to reduced sensitivity and less control. There's even a term for it, death grip syndrome. It happens when your body becomes so accustomed to one very specific type of pressure and rhythm that it stops responding to anything else. Suddenly, real intimacy feels different, even unfamiliar, because your body has been trained to need something unnatural. The good news is this pattern can be reversed. It just takes patience and gentleness. Start by loosening your grip slightly. It may feel strange or dull at first, but that's only because your body has adapted to too much intensity. It takes a little time to reset. You can also use a natural oil caster coconut or almond to reduce friction and nourish the skin. That smooth glide protects the tissue and allows for more subtle sensations to return. The goal isn't to force pleasure, but to rediscover it through relaxation. As you do this, focus less on the finish and more on the feeling. Let your breath lead the rhythm instead of your hand. When you inhale deeply and exhale slowly, your body enters a parasympathetic state, the same state of calm and connection that supports healthy erections and lasting control. You might notice that you stay aroused longer, but without tension. You're not chasing a goal. You're in flow with your body. That is true mastery, not performance, but presence. The third mistake, and perhaps the most overlooked, is ignoring emotion. Too many men disconnect from their feelings during self-pleasure as if it's something purely mechanical. But emotions and hormones are deeply intertwined. When you suppress emotion, shame, guilt, stress, loneliness, it doesn't disappear. It shows up physically: tight muscles, shallow breathing, loss of sensitivity. Many of the men I've worked with grew up being told that self-pleasure was dirty or wrong. Others feel self-conscious because their body has changed with age. Those quiet thoughts create tension that affects your nervous system and, in turn, your performance. What your body truly needs now isn't judgment, it's kindness. Approach this time as self-care, not secrecy. The goal isn't to prove anything, it's to feel safe and connected. When you release shame, everything in your body changes. Your breathing deepens, your shoulders relax, and blood flow improves. That's not imagination, that's physiology. The same hormones that regulate pleasure also respond to how you feel emotionally. When you're calm, oxytocin rises and cortisol drops. That means better circulation, better control, and a stronger sense of connection both to yourself and to your partner. So the next time you touch yourself, remember these 3 things. Slow down. Use gentle, steady touch instead of force. And most importantly, bring kindness into the experience. You are not trying to fix your body. You are learning how to listen to it. In the next part, I'll guide you through how to turn self-pleasure into a healthy routine that strengthens your circulation, protects your prostate, and restores your confidence, one simple habit at a time. Stay with me. This next section is where everything starts to come together. When I teach men how to reconnect with their bodies, I always remind them of one thing. Your body is not a machine. It's a living system that responds to care, rhythm, and consistency. The goal isn't to perform perfectly. It's to create a healthy routine that keeps your blood flowing, your nerves active, and your confidence strong. So let's turn everything we've talked about into a practical, daily self-care routine. This isn't complicated. In fact, it's beautifully simple 3 steps that take less than 10 minutes, but can transform how your body feels and functions. Step 1 is clean preparation. Treat this as a small ritual, not a rushed act. Wash your hands and the area with warm water. Clean skin improves circulation, lowers your risk of irritation, and most importantly, helps you slow down. Warmth signals safety to your nervous system. It tells your brain that it's time to relax. Step 2 is mindful touch. Choose a natural fragrance-free oil, something gentle like coconut almond or olive oil. Avoid commercial lubricants filled with chemicals. They can irritate delicate tissue and interfere with your body's natural balance. Pour a small amount into your palm, warm it between your hands, and begin with soft, deliberate movements. Don't grip or rush. Focus on the sensations, warmth, softness, and flow. Imagine you're not trying to reach an endpoint, but to wake up the connection between your nerves and your blood vessels. You'll notice that when you breathe deeply and slow your movements, something changes. Your heart rate settles. Your muscles let go. That's your body shifting from stress mode to recovery mode. This is where true healing begins. You're no longer chasing pleasure, you're building awareness, and that awareness trains your body to stay calm and steady. Step 3 is aftercare and rest. Once you're done, don't rush away. Stay still for a moment. Breathe. Let your heartbeat settle and feel the warmth spreading through your pelvis and lower abdomen. That warmth is circulation. Your body's way of thanking you for paying attention. Wipe away any excess oil gently and take a few slow breaths before moving on with your day. This short routine does more than improve your control. It strengthens your pelvic floor, keeps your prostate healthy, and stabilizes your hormones. According to studies from the Mayo Clinic and the Cleveland Clinic, gentle, regular stimulation supports blood flow, reduces tension in the pelvic muscles, and even helps regulate sleep and mood by lowering stress hormones. What was once seen as taboo is actually one of the simplest forms of preventive male health. Many of my patients report that after a few weeks, they not only feel more in control, but also notice other improvements: better sleep, fewer night trips to the bathroom, and less tension in their lower back and hips. That's because circulation in the pelvic region affects the entire body. When you improve flow, everything downstream from your digestion to your mood begins to work better. Here's what's remarkable about this approach. You're not just restoring sensitivity. You're building a sense of respect for your body. You're saying to yourself, I matter. My health, my pleasure, and my confidence are still important. And that mindset alone changes everything. When men begin to treat their bodies with gentleness instead of judgment, the effects ripple into every part of their life. One of my older patients, Harold, 73, told me, "It's not just that I feel better physically, I feel proud of myself again." That's the essence of this practice: dignity. Not indulgence, not shame, but self-respect. So tonight, when you find a quiet moment, try this new rhythm. Create space, breathe deeply, and reconnect with yourself slowly. Think of it as maintenance, like keeping your heart strong or your muscles flexible. It's not about youth. It's about vitality, awareness, and peace. In the next part, we'll go one level deeper: how to protect your prostate, preserve healthy circulation, and use self-stimulation as a way to keep your hormones balanced and your energy high. These are practical medical insights that every man over 60 should know, but few ever hear. Stay with me, because understanding this next part can truly extend not just your performance, but your overall longevity and well-being. Your prostate, your circulation, and your hormone balance all depend on how well you treat your body between moments of stimulation. What you do before and after matters as much as the act itself. Most men don't realize that self-pleasure can either strengthen these systems or quietly weaken them, depending on how it's done. When approached gently and mindfully, it becomes one of the most natural ways to keep your reproductive and circulatory health in balance after 60. Let's start with the prostate, the small but powerful gland that plays a central role in male vitality. Its main job is to produce fluid that nourishes and protects your sperm, but it also influences your hormone regulation, urinary health, and even the quality of your sleep. When the prostate is healthy, blood and hormones circulate freely through the lower pelvis. When it becomes congested or inflamed, blood flow slows and discomfort builds. Regular calm self-stimulation can actually help drain and refresh the prostate by improving circulation around it. But tension and rushing have the opposite effect. They increase internal pressure and inflammation. That's why the way you approach release matters so much. Take your time, keep your breathing slow, and focus on full body relaxation rather than a single goal. As your body softens the pelvic muscles around the prostate, loosened blood moves more easily, and waste products are cleared more effectively. You may notice that after gentle release, your bladder feels less tight and your abdomen less heavy. That's a sign your pelvic system is working in harmony again. Now let's talk about circulation. After 60, your blood vessels naturally lose some of their flexibility. That's one reason so many men begin to notice changes in firmness or stamina. But that decline isn't inevitable. Every time you bring blood flow into the pelvic area and allow it to circulate gently through mindful stimulation, walking or light stretching, you're retraining your vessels to stay open and elastic. Deep breathing amplifies this effect, because it boosts nitric oxide, a molecule your body uses to relax and expand blood vessels. Here's a simple routine I often share with my patients. Once or twice a day, take 3 slow breaths in through your nose, expanding your belly, then exhale through your mouth, releasing your shoulders. Combine this breathing with short walks or hip stretches. These small movements keep the femoral arteries, your main blood highways, open and flexible. The better your circulation, the easier it is for your body to respond when you need it most. Finally, we need to mention hormones. Testosterone naturally declines with age, but the body still produces it every day, and that production depends on circulation, sleep, and relaxation. Chronic stress, tight muscles, and shame around pleasure all suppress the hormones that keep you energetic and balanced. Gentle self-stimulation, when done without guilt or strain, can actually encourage your body to regulate these hormones naturally. It's not about increasing quantity, but about restoring rhythm. According to research from the NIH, healthy sexual activity supports normal testosterone levels, immune function, and cardiovascular health in older men. That doesn't mean you need to perform frequently or follow rigid routines. It means treating this part of your life with the same respect you'd give your heart or your digestion as part of your overall well-being. So let's put this all together. When you approach self-pleasure after 60 with awareness, you're not just chasing relief. You're supporting circulation, cleansing your prostate, calming your nervous system, and protecting your hormonal balance. You're nurturing your body instead of fighting it. In my practice, I've seen men who once felt disconnected from themselves rediscover vitality simply by changing the way they touch, breathe, and think about pleasure. They stop feeling like they've lost something with age and start realizing they've gained wisdom, patience, and a deeper connection to themselves. In the final part of this video, I'll show you how to carry these lessons into the rest of your daily life through small habits that keep your confidence strong, your energy steady, and your body in balance every single day. Stay with me, because this last section will bring everything full circle and remind you that even at 60 or 70, your body still knows exactly how to thrive when you listen to it. The truth is, everything we've discussed, slowing down, being gentle, breathing deeply, and respecting your body, doesn't just apply to self-pleasure. It applies to your entire life. What you're really learning here is not a technique. It's a mindset. You're learning how to treat your body as a partner again, instead of something you're trying to fix or fight against. Most men over 60 tell me they begin to feel different after a few weeks of practicing these principles. They move slower, breathe deeper, and carry a quiet confidence that others can sense. It's not about chasing youth. It's about understanding that control and vitality come from awareness and care. When you start listening to your body instead of rushing it, everything begins to work more smoothly. Your sleep, your energy, your digestion, and even your mood. So how do you take this forward into your daily routine? Let's make it simple. Every morning, before you reach for your phone or step into the shower, take 1 minute to breathe. Place your hand over your lower abdomen and feel it rise and fall as you inhale deeply through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. This simple act reconnects you to your body and prepares your mind for a calm, focused day. Throughout the day, move more. Sitting for long periods compresses the same blood vessels and nerves that you're trying to heal. Every hour, stand up and stretch. Rotate your hips gently or walk for 2 minutes. Movement keeps your circulation alive and your energy steady. At night, take 5 to 10 quiet minutes for yourself. Whether you use oil or simply your hands, treat this as a moment of self-care. Breathe, relax, and let go of any tension from the day. It's not about performance. It's about peace. You're reminding your nervous system that calm is safe, that pleasure is natural, and that your body is still capable of incredible things when treated with kindness. One of my patients, Samuel, 70, once told me, "Doc, for years, I thought my problem was physical. But it wasn't. I just forgot how to slow down." 3 weeks later, he said he felt 20 years younger, not because of a pill, but because he changed the way he approached his body. He didn't rush. He didn't judge. He simply learned to pay attention again. And that's what I want you to take from this. Your body is not too old to respond. It's simply waiting for you to listen. Pleasure, circulation, confidence, they all return when you bring awareness and patience into your daily rhythm. Gentlemen, it's time to stop treating this topic as something secret or shameful. Self-care, even in this most personal form, is part of health. It's part of your longevity. It's part of being human. So tonight, or whenever you're ready, I want you to give yourself that space. No rushing, no guilt, no goal. Just you, your breath, and your body. Let this be a time of connection and gratitude for everything your body still does for you after all these years. If this conversation helped you understand yourself better, share it with another man who might need to hear it. Leave a comment below and tell me where you're watching from. I always love knowing how far this community of strong, wise men reaches around the world. And before we close, let me remind you, this is not medical advice. It's education to help you understand your body. Every man's health is unique, and if you're ever unsure, talk with your healthcare provider. I'm Dr. Olivia Carter, and remember this, your body doesn't lose its power with age. It simply asks for more care, more patience, and more respect. Give it that, and it will respond in ways that surprise you.